Hello friends, welcome to all of you in official Excel YouTube learning channel of Mass Training and Solution. Today I'll teach you how to use if as a replacement of Vlookup. If can also be used as a replacement of Vlookup in some scenario. Let's proceed for it. I'll open one file first. This is the file we have. We have sheet called quarter 1. I want to create one more sheet. Let me to create a copy of this sheet as quarter 2. It can be any sheet, any two sheets. Name can be anything. I have just made a copy of quarter 1. I need to change some employee codes so that we can compare and we can come to know mismatch transactions. So let's randomly change some IDs. I am changing name as well. Just give me a few seconds. This is one more ID I have changed, unique IDs. And name I am changing. Main thing is ID, not name. But I am changing name also just to understand. Suppose this is again one more I am changing random IDs. Suppose I said, and let's have one more IDs I am changing randomly. Okay, now I have two sheets where quarter 1 and quarter 2. I want to compare both the sheets to know the mismatch transactions. It can be quarter 1 having 1 lakh transactions and quarter 2 1 lakh 30,000, 40,000. It can be quarter 1 having thousand of sheets, thousands of records, and maybe 5,000, 10,000, and quarter 2 having maybe more than that. So here we are having quarter 1 and quarter 2 sheets where quarter 1 having records as well quarter 2. In quarter 2 we are having existing records plus some are new. It can be two Excel files same way where file 1 and file 2. In file 2 we are having existing records plus some are new. So here we have quarter 1 and quarter 2. Randomly I have changed few employee IDs and their name. Now quarter 2 is having existing record, quarter 1 records plus some new records. We want to cross check both the sheets to know which are mismatched transactions, which are new records in a short. So here which are new employees we have. So normally we plot VLOOKUP for this. I just go to the last column. I put column heading anything. It can be any column heading. I just say a checkpoint. Suppose purpose of plotting VLOOKUP here is I want to cross check. I want to compare both the sheets to know which are new records, new employees we have hired in quarter 2. Mismatch transactions. The record which are not records which are not in quarter 1. So here I am just writing VLOOKUP functions because in corporate we use VLOOKUP for this purpose. VLOOKUP is also known as to compare two set of data, either it is two worksheets or two workbook. Here we are comparing two worksheets. Same way you can compare two workbook. While comparing two workbook, make sure that source file is open. Both files are open because while plotting VLOOKUP you cannot open any Excel file. Here I am just plotting VLOOKUP in quarter 2 sheets, and here quarter 1 is already the part of the same file, so no need to open different file for this. So VLOOKUP is also used to compare two set of data. I'm writing here VLOOKUP. I will recommend to go to wizard to understand any function better way. So after writing function name open bracket, how to go to wizard? We press Ctrl A or we click on FX. You can complete VLOOKUP function without wizard also, but just to make it better understand, I am in wizard. So asking first parameter as a lookup value. My lookup value is nothing but this employee code, nothing but A2. Table array would be quarter 1 sheet. So I go to quarter 1 sheet. I select entire range. Don't click on corner. If you click on corner, it selects entire sheet, I mean 10 lakhs plus rows and 16,000 plus columns. It may affect your VLOOKUP performance. So I am not selecting entire sheet, just range only A1 to H1 not 1, because we have these many rows only. I need to lock it because I have planned to copy formula down. So how to lock? F4 function key is a shortcut to lock any worksheet, any range, any data, I mean any cell address. So my range is locked. I go to column index. In source sheet, I mean quarter 1 sheet, we have 8 columns. So you can give any column number between 1 to 8. So I am just giving 1. Range lookup is 0, I mean false. 0 or false both are same. 0 for exact match. So we are searching exact match of employee codes in quarter 1 sheet, first column. As we know, VLOOKUP functions always goes to first column of table array to search your lookup value. So here lookup value is A2, I mean employee code of quarter 2. It will go to quarter 1 sheet first column and search these IDs. If ID matches there, I mean employee code matches there, will give you first column. Otherwise hash NA, not applicable. Okay, I just click OK. So look, I just repeat, lookup value would be A2. Table array is nothing but quarter 1 sheet, A1 to H1 not 1. We need to lock it because we have planned to copy formula down. If you don't lock it and then copy down, table array will change. That's why we have locked this. Column index number can be anything between 1 to 8 because we have 8 columns in source sheet. Exact match, range lookup would be 0 or false, both are same. Okay, I click OK. So this ID matches there, ID number 1, I mean employee code 1 is there also. Employee code 1 is there also in quarter 1 sheet, so we are getting 1. I fill it down to understand remain employee codes. So I go to corner, it's called field handle, I double click it. So if employee codes coming there means this record is there in quarter 1 sheet. If hash n is coming there means this is new record, I mean new employee. So hash na is indication of new employee. These codes are not there in quarter 1 sheet. How to filter? Hash na only. I just apply filter. Shortcut to apply filter is Ctrl Shift L, or you can use filter icon also for this. And then I go to checkpoint column. Column heading can be anything, and I just say, I just come down, I click on hash na, I click OK. So finally I have got 1 2 3 4 5 records which are new. I mean these are the employee we have hired in quarter 2. If you think like this, I mean these are new transactions, new records. These records are not part of previous sheet, I mean quarter 1 sheet. So this is how we compare two Excel worksheets, or same way we can do two Excel workbook also. Hash na are indication of new employee codes, I mean new records, new employees. You can replace hash na also using if error functions. Now I was just saying you, same job which we have done using VLOOKUP can be done using if also. Let us see. I just create copy of quarter 2, rename it as quarter 3. I unfilter it, clear the filter, and I just delete all this lookup formula. Now I am comparing quarter 3 and quarter 1. So my source sheet is quarter 1. So we are comparing now quarter 3 and quarter 1. Quarter 3 versus quarter 1. So I mean, instead of VLOOKUP, I'm going to use if with some functions. Okay. Again, quarter 3 is nothing but duplicate sheet of quarter 2. So just I hide quarter 2 sheet for the time being. Right click hide to give you better clarity. Now I will not plot VLOOKUP here. I am saying if first I will show you COUNTIF because I am supposed to use COUNTIF inside if. So I am trying to show you how COUNTIF works here. If you see COUNTIF wizard, Control A, range and criteria. So here we are trying to search this employee ID, I mean employee code, in the first column of quarter 1 sheet. If this employee code say 1 is present there in quarter 1 first column, it means this record is there. So how to get this occurrence? So I am saying range here, COUNTIF asking range. Range would be the source sheet first column. Here our source sheet is quarter 1. So I go to quarter 1 and I select this entire range from here to here. Control shift down arrow key. I am in A2. I want to select entire range A2 to the last A1 not 1. Control shift down arrow key, or you can use mouse also. I will lock this F4. Criteria would be A2 of quarter 3 sheet. This function will give you how many times this A2, I mean 1, now A2 is having 1 in the first column of quarter 1 sheet. If it is one time, at least one time, means this ID, this employee code is existed there, is present there. I just click OK, giving you 1. Will not give you 2 here because if it is present, it would present one time only. And just double click. 0 means this ID is not there in quarter 1 sheet. So 1 is saying this ID is present there in quarter 1 sheet. 0 means these are new records, new employee we have hired. I can use same function inside if I want to say if the COUNTIF gives more than 0, I mean more than 0 means it's there. At least more than 0 means I expect at least 1. So if COUNTIF gives more than 0 means this record is present there. So I'm using same function inside if if before COUNTIF, and I'm trying to say if this function greater than 0 means this is present, this ID employee code is present in quarter 1 sheet. So comma, I said yes, I want a message here, otherwise no. Then I just double click it to fill it. You can see formula is here. Yes means this is there, no means these are new records. So finally I'll filter now. Filter based on no. You know well how to filter. Be inside, Control Shift L. Then I go to checkpoint. I repeat, column heading can be anything. And I say just show me no. Click OK. So same thing we are getting using if also. I will unhide quarter 2 sheet. How to unhide that you know. Now see we are having same number of rows in quarter 2 and same number of rows in quarter 3 sheet. So in quarter 2 we have done using VLOOKUP only, In quarter 3 we have done using if with COUNTIF. I mean to say, if can be replacement of VLOOKUP in some scenario is in front of you. Normally we use maximum people use VLOOKUP for this kind of compare, to find mismatched transactions, to compare two set of records, either two worksheets or two workbooks. But if can also be used in the place of VLOOKUP in this scenario. Okay, I'll show formula once again. This is VLOOKUP to compare two set of records, two worksheets, and this is quarter 3, same job we have done using if and COUNTIF. Only message is, here in quarter 2 we are getting hash NA. Hash NA means these are new employee codes, new records. Here no means these are new records. We can replace message also. We can put hash NA in the place of no. That can be done. So idea is how to use if in the place of VLOOKUP. So if can be replacement of VLOOKUP in some scenarios. Thanks for watching this video. If you find this is relevant for you, please don't forget to like and subscribe my channel. You can also recommend my channel to your colleagues, your friends. I'll see you shortly with some other informative video. Thank you once again.